Hi, you have made an excellent decision in purchasing the Total Gym Ab Crunch accessory. It is such a great way to train the complete abs. It especially focuses on taking the pelvis and bringing it up toward the rib cage, which is an excellent way to focus on the lower portion of your abs from the belly button down. Let's go over some of the things in your manual. First of all, looking at the assembly. When you look at your ab crunch, you'll notice on the sides it says if it's right or left. We have the right one on. When you take it, you want to have it placed so the handle points in toward the inside of the rails, and you just slide it over the rails and take the pin and just stick it right through the hole, making sure that it's on nice and secure. Now, the next thing that you'll notice after you've got it installed is some proper body and hand positioning. So today we're going to go through how to set this up properly. Why don't you guys come on over to your Total Gyms, and the first thing that we want to do is bring our hands up onto the ab crunch, palms in, elbows directly into the shoulders, and then the knees come to the top of the board when you're just learning how to use it. You have your knees glide right on up until they're underneath your hip joint and your elbows directly under your shoulder. This is really nice. Now, some of the common errors in form are to let the low back sag and the head come up. So we want to really draw up and in. Feel like you're taking your navel and squeezing it right into your spine. Now we're going to exhale, and this is our first ab crunch exercise. We exhale and we take the knees up toward the top. And then we inhale and come back up, all while thinking about going from a neutral spine to a little bit flexed spine, which means rounded. Now, one of the things that's really key, why don't you guys keep going through a few of those, is that you find the right position. You want to get full range of motion coming up till you can't come in anymore, and then moving back, not having it bottom out. So this is the basic ab crunch exercise. The next one we're going to look at is an intermediate. We're going to walk our knees back down the glide board. That's it. And now we're going to open up more. So watch Joel's hip angle. As he comes out here, you'll notice he opens that hip up a little bit more, a lot more challenging, and then draws in. So this is one way to make it a little bit more difficult or bring up the intensity. Another way, of course, is just to move up your ladder a little bit. Now, how could we even ramp it up more from there? We take our knees and we lift them up off of the glide board. So now they're on their toes. Why don't you go ahead and do that? Come up onto your toes. So you'll notice Joel moved up a little bit so he can get the range of motion he wants, and then he's going to come in and draw in. That's it. Beautiful, Jode. That's it. Nice. Squeezing in, flexing the body, and taking it out. Now, the next level from there would be to lift up a leg. So go ahead and lift up a leg, but drop the knee back down on the side that you're not working. Beautiful. And now draw that in and back out. Beautiful. So the recommendation is about 15 to 20 reps. If you feel like you can't do that, you'll stay with the rep or the form that you feel like you can. How's that feel, guys? Good. All right. So now, to ramp it up from there, we'll go to where the leg's up. So go ahead and switch which leg's on the glide board. Bring the other leg up. So now we're going to lift the knee. There you go. Stabilize through the hips. Stabilize through your shoulders. And now draw it in. Beautiful. Squeezing in and back out. So this is our advanced one. No movement here first. That you're going to the next level. Extend this leg straight out. There you go. Just do that. Now she was demonstrating the next level. That's to actually alternate this leg. So as you draw it in, the opposite knee will come in. Now switch. Beautiful. So that's very, very challenging. You'll have to take some time to build up to this probably. Excellent. Everybody take a break. So that's some of our exercises working just in this line of motion. Now let's look at the obliques. To work the obliques, what we're going to do is just let the hips fall over to the side. First, the beginning oblique ab crunch exercise will be to just draw up. So go ahead and come up, and then back and out. And so you're really focusing on bringing the hip up and into the rib cage and sliding it back. Beautiful. Up and in and back. Excellent. And then you can just switch to the other side, and you'll do the same exercise on the other side. But let's go ahead and demonstrate the next level. So now the next level would be to walk the legs down a little farther on the glide board, but the knees are still down. So you're just opening up more. So that hip opens up a little bit more, and now draw up and in. Excellent. So you can see how their body's kind of coming on that oblique line, going right across the obliques. This is so great for the waistline. How's that feel? Tight, strong, tough, good. Now, if you want to ramp it up from there, you're going to move to lifting the legs. So now we've got the knees off, and then we pull up and in. Yes, very good. Very challenging. Now go ahead and take a break coming back to the center. Your toes come right back on. Take it all the way back out, lengthen your legs, and now lift both knees, and we're going to go to a pike up. So we pike up, excellent, and then back out and down. So you'll notice that their hips are coming up toward the ceiling, and then they stretch all the way out. So nice. Now go ahead and take a break from there, and we're going to demonstrate an alternate hand position that you might find more comfortable for your pikes. So Jodie is going to bring her hands up onto the top pad. Just be really careful that her head doesn't run into the tower, and then come back into your position, and then pike up. So really draw up and in. When you come back, just come to neutral. Stop there. Beautiful. Up and in, and back to neutral. Excellent. So you'll notice in your manual here, you guys just go ahead and play for a little bit doing your favorite exercises, that it goes over some really important safety aspects. It goes over all these different exercises. Again, the recommendation is 2 to 3 sets of about 10 to 15 reps. And then when you feel like you've mastered that, your choice is to either go up higher or to move on to the next exercise, the more intermediate or advanced choice. Make sure that you add that into your complete core training found in your training deck. In here you have your ab training and stability training, plus all those ab cards. Working that into your entire routine will give you such a strong center body, which will help you live a happy and healthy life. So I hope you love this ab crunch as much as we do. Such a great way to train your abs. Take care. All right, now that we've got our ab crunch in place and we've gone over the exercises and the safety aspects, what do you say we bring it all together for a workout using some of those exercises? Sound good? Yeah. Ready? Ready? All right, you at home, let's go ahead and get into position. We're going to take our hands up onto the ab crunch, wrap our hands around the top with our forearms on the pad. The knees are directly under the hips and the elbows directly under the shoulders. Starting with this beautiful alignment, maybe a little bit of navel to spine. Now let's slowly draw in. We come in and out. That's it. Drawing in and out. Let's do a few more of that slow. Just really think about drawing your pelvis into your ribs, letting the back go into a nice C curve, and then back to neutral. Another one that's slow. Open up. Let's just do one more of that slow, and then let's crank out 8 a little faster. Here we go. Take it in. Go in and out. That's it, Joel. In and out. You're just squeezing in. You want to feel your pelvis draw up and in, and then come back to where it's neutral. Not opening up too much, and making sure the glide board's staying under control. Everybody good? One more rep. Excellent. Pause there for a second and shift your hips over to the right. Good. Knees stay pretty much in the same place. You want to be high. Now take a nice deep breath in. And now getting ready. We're going to go slow and really feel this. Slow is hard, but slow is smart to get the form down. Now squeeze in and out. Beautiful. Hit that. Squeezing in and out. So nice. Drawing up and in. Let your body flex. Really bringing the pelvis toward the rib cage. One more. Now let's whip out 8 quick. Squeezing 8. So this is our ab crunch and oblique crunch. Right now we're in this oblique crunch, really working the side of the bodies for that nice tapered look right down the middle. Couple more. Excellent job, you guys. Let's go ahead and swivel our hips over to the other side and prep for the other side. Get your body into position, a nice alignment, and then ready. Squeezing up and out. Again, squeezing up and out. Let's do 2 more slow, drawing up and in, scooping. Feel like you're scooping your body out from the middle. Now let's pick up the tempo. We've got 8 quick here. Drawing up and down. That's beautiful. Up and down. You want to feel like you're really drawing your body in, going from straight line to a C curve. For 4. Good. 3. How you doing at home? Hang in there. Great job. All right, take a little break. Our team likes to bring the glide board up toward their elbows and sit back, just stretching out. The next exercise sequence is going to go to that intermediate ab crunch. If this is too much for you, you could do the first way again and just stay with us. Ready to go? Walk your knees down your glide board. Open up your hips. So now we've got a little more opening in our hip joint, and we're ready to crunch in. Here we go. Squeezing in and out. Give me more range of motion, Joel. Squeezing in and out. That's it. Great. Squeezing in and out. Great, Jodie. In. Picking up the tempo. Here we go. Drawing it in and out. That's it. Great job. Squeezing. Feel those abs. Draw up and in. As you do that, exhale and round that back. The head just moves as little as it needs to maintain beautiful alignment. Last one. Great job. Pause there, and now we take the hips off to the side. Hips over to the side. Good. Walk that body to the position you like with the knees a little bit lower. Going to our intermediate oblique crunch. Ready? Hips up. And now slowly squeezing in. We squeeze in and out. That's it. Just hit that. Draw it in and out. Great job. Drawing in. Beautiful, you guys. Drawing in. Ready to pick up the tempo? Here we go. Let's squeeze. Coming in and out. Exhale, navel in. Feel your body scoop out and open up. And really feel the pelvis pulling in. Draw the navel as it does that. Really squeeze up. Gorgeous, you guys. Last one. Switch your hips to the opposite side. Get yourself set up. Maybe catch your breath. And now, are we ready? Are we ready? Here we go. Squeezing up slow. We've got up and down. That's it. Scooping out, up and down. Two more slow. Squeezing up. Great. Really feel the side of the hip draw to the rib. Now pick up your tempo. Here we go. Squeezing up and down and up and down and up and up. Give me four more just like that. You've got 4 and 3. Oh my gosh, so good. 2 and 1. Go ahead and stretch out into that child's pose. Now remember, while they're stretching, if you feel like you've had enough of this, you just go to your training deck and pick some of your other favorite ab exercises. But you guys want to do a little bit more with this ab crunch? It is such a great way to train your abs. Here's where we go next. We're going to come up onto our toes. Stretch out. Good. Lift your knees up off the glide board. Hold plank there for a second. Just hold plank. Lift the hips. Beautiful line from ears to shoulders to hips to knees to ankles, all the way down. Is that okay? Are we good? Are we good? Can we go right into our exercise sequence? Holding for a couple more seconds. Now, knees just float off the glide board and draw to the elbows. Coming in and out. So you want to feel like your knees are just a half an inch off that glide board. Your hips and shoulders stay in alignment, and you draw your body up into a beautiful C. Are we ready to pick up the tempo? Tempo up. Here we go. Squeezing in and out. Oh, they're breathing. They are breathing. How are you breathing at home? Exhaling. Really push that air out of your lungs so you can pull up your navel to your spine. You got 4. You've got 3. That's right. 2 and 1. Go ahead and stretch. Go ahead and stretch it out. All right. Guys, do you think we can do this for the obliques? Can we try it with the knees off for the obliques? Oblique crunch on the side. They're in. Are you in? Here we go. Lift those knees and draw the glide board up. Coming up and down. Coming up and down. That's so good. See if you can lift your hips a little bit higher. And imagine that you're taking your legs like pulling liquid up through a straw and squeezing up toward your body. Squeezing in and out. Let's pick up the tempo there. In and out. That's it. Beautiful. 4. Good. Last one. Excellent job. Swivel your hips to the other side. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Getting set up for the other side. We're almost done. We're almost done. Hang in there. You're doing amazing. Remember, you can always lower yourself. You can always go lower, right? Lift those hips. And here we go. Squeeze it in and opening out. Good. Staying nice and aligned through the shoulder girdle. Drawing the navel in. Look at these abs, and you see this beautiful line. This is what you'll get from doing this. Coming in faster now. Coming in. Squeezing in. That's it. Squeezing in. And in. Give me 4 more. And eating right, of course, too, right? Excellent job, gang. Take a break. Take a break. Stretch. All right, what do you think? Can we do just a little bit more? Can you give me one more sequence? Joel? Yes? Yes, yes. Oh, she wants to. She wants to. How about you? One more. This is my favorite. Let's go ahead and come back onto our toes. We're going to combine our pike and our knees to our elbows. Sound good? Go ahead and come up onto your toes. Come up onto your toes. Beautiful. Now pause there. Pause in that plank position. And now we're going to lift, when I say, our hips up to the ceiling. Are you ready? Here we go. Hips to the ceiling, glide board to the elbows, and open up. Now if the glide board tops out, you just walk your feet up the glide board. That's all. You get full range of motion. Going up and up. Beautiful. Now we bring our knees to our elbows underneath, but don't touch the pad. Come in and out. Take your time. Take your time. In. Now let's combine those two. So pike up first. Pike up. Pike up. Come out slow. Control. Knees into your elbows. Now let's do 8 of those quick and you're done. 8. Here we go. Squeeze up. Squeeze. Up First the pike, you got the pike up, and then the knees. Ready, pike up, knees. Don't move your knees, keep your legs long. Pike up, come up, that's what I'm talking about. Now the knees, that's it, you've got it. Pike up, knees, hold plank, stay there 4, stay there 3, stay there 2, and 1. Take a break and stretch it out. Awesome job. So remember, this is a great way to work that action, drawing the pelvis up toward the ribs, drawing the hip to the side of the body. So good for tapering your waistline. To get a really great, complete, total core routine, then you just refer to your deck and you get the rest of your exercises doing some planks and some crunches, some rotations, some of the torso rotations. Oh, so beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed your new ab crunch accessory and the workout with this. Remember, in your manual, you've got even more exercises to throw into the mix when you're ready. Thanks for joining us. Guys, great job at home, and we will see you next time.